joined by Mark Luchinski, Chief Executive Officer at Earthwise Minerals. Mark, great to have you on. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thank you for having me.
Pleasure. So today you announced some encouraging early gold and silver grades from Fieldwork at your Iron Range project in British Columbia. Just to set the scene a bit before we get into the latest work, could you give us a bit of a reminder of the opportunity at Iron Range? What is it about the project you find so attractive?
Well, the primary reason I would say is it's a very large project, and we have an option agreement with Eagle Plains Resources, who's been on the TSX venture for many years. They're very noteworthy team, an excellent team to work with, and we're quite happy that we've got their geological expertise, and we have an option to earn up to 80% in this project, and there's lots of gold, there's lots of silver, and lots of lead in the area. It's over Sullivan-style rock, which is very encouraging. Being here in British Columbia, Canada, the Sullivan mine is not too far away, geologically speaking.
Okay, so just for those who are not familiar with Sullivan, can you just tell us about the scale of the mining operation and the resources there and what they might be able to tell you about what you've got at your own ground?
Right, yeah. So Sullivan was a silver, lead, zinc deposit in British Columbia that was absolutely massive, and they mined it for a number of years. We're over that style of rock, and also IOCG style rock as well. So it's such a large project, and we've got, I would say, three main regions over our property where exploration could yield those types of numbers. And in some cases, we've got gold, silver, and lead zinc. So it's Sullivan, but with gold added to it, which is quite exciting for us.
Okay, Sullivan, but with gold added to it. And historically, what sort of work and even production have we seen from the project?
Yeah, well, we're very lucky to be working with Eagle Plains. They have been working on this project for 25 years, and throughout that course, they've spent $8 million approximately with groundwork, induced polarity, drilling as well. There's some pretty significant results on the property. From the O-ray zone, you've got up to 56 grams per ton gold. And down in the Talon zone, you've got much longer intercepts of a lower grade gold. You'd say like 2 grams per ton with silver, lead, zinc in there. And then within those intercepts, you've got some pretty impressive gold highs as well. So we believe at the Talon zone that we're right on the edge of a larger system, because if you look at the induced polarity, it looks like it's about to expand down to the south from where the IP was done back in 2010. So there's a lot of potential there.
Great, yes. So a strong base for you to jump off at the project. And I understand all the permits are in place as well for drilling and exploration. So
we are. Yeah, that's a very good point. When we grabbed the project, that was one of the main reasons why we liked it so much. When we first got on, they had an all-purpose permit for 2.5 years. So now we have about 2 more years left on that. So that allows us to go in and drill wherever we would like to, sample and do whatever we like throughout the project within reason. So we're very happy about that. To jump into other reasons why we like it, I could say that there's rail that goes right through the project.
Right.
There's a network of logging roads. A highway goes through the project as well. And there's lots of water there for drilling. So it's set up quite well for exploration. And if we do find something, export of the project to wherever it needs to go. There's the Trail smelter down the road, not too far away. And with access to rail, you can get it across the country, no problem.
Okay, that brings us on nicely to the latest news then, where you've reported grades of up to 13.4 grams a ton gold and 27.2 grams a ton silver from your 2025 fieldwork. I understand these were from the Pyromorphite zone. Can you tell us a bit about the work you did there and what you're seeing?
Yeah, well, we're very pleased with the work that was done this summer. We spent about $80,000 getting out and doing some grab samples and chip samples throughout the project. And as I mentioned before, there's 3 main regions on this project that have tested to be quite good. This new zone, there's a lot of interest from before. Eagle Plains wanted to get back in there and have a good look at it, and we're quite pleased to get the results that we did get. So to me, that signifies, a third zone that we're going to put some time and interest into in this upcoming year. Eagle Plains, in their estimation, already looked at this zone as very prospective, but to me, getting such a high grab sample really drives it home for me.
Definitely. And were there any other results or observations from the work that you wanted to highlight as well?
Nothing quite like this. There's a lot of grab samples, and when you do so many, not all of them really check out. But what they do is they tell you what's the good areas and what the bad areas are potentially. So we did get some pretty extensive soil grids done that gave us a lot of information for the upcoming season, and we're still going through all those numbers now. But that's going to help us select our drilling targets for 2026.
Yeah, you mentioned drilling. So is that the next step here then, or is there more exploration and finessing to take place before you can get the bit turning?
Right. Yeah, well, we do have some drill targets selected. I would like to do a little bit of IP, first of all. But early next year, I would say that we really need to drill. We really need to raise some money for drilling. I think that'll be the most exciting thing that we could do, especially down in the Talon zone. We're really excited about those long intercepts, and the mineralization is great throughout. So we're hoping that we step down into a more significant zone to the south of where we were drilling before.
Great. So the results you got today are a good first step in building up that profile for creating some drill targets for next year then.
Yeah, I would say so. This new zone, in my estimation, a new zone, maybe not to Eagle Plains, but when I hear 13 grams per ton, I get pretty excited. So that's the Pyromorphite zone. And we'll hopefully put a few holes in that zone. But the one I really like is the Talon zone. And we've had a geologist go to the property recently to review the core. And he's very excited about it. He says the mineralization's fantastic throughout. And he says, you go into an area, you explore for certain things, and at times you could find other things. For example, we've got in this zone, gold, silver, lead, zinc, but you never know. You might hit another Sullivan, is what he's saying. So you just never know when you get out there and explore. So we're very excited to get out and drill in 2026.
Definitely. It sounds like it's going to be an exciting year. So thanks again for coming on, Mark. And I look forward to seeing what Earthwise does next and catching up again soon.
I appreciate that. And thank you for your time today.
If you enjoyed this interview, then give us a thumbs up, a like or a retweet. Subscribe to us on YouTube or follow us on Twitter and hit that notification bell to be the first to know when we release new content. There's loads of great content on our website too, across all our programs at StockBoxMedia.com. Thank you for watching.